What's shakin', Fistronauts? On here once again with an episode of I Played a Thing, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2. Last time we joined forces with new friends Ray and Mamiya to take down King Fang and the Fang Clan, and we also heard that Ray's sister had previously been abducted by a man with 7 scars, just like Kenshiro's, and Ken seemed to know a little something about that. What is it that he's reminded of? Well, let's find out.
あんた妹を助けてくれたのか。ありがとう。
何を勘違いしている。この女は俺がもらった。
胸に7つの傷、ジャッカルや騎馬一族を滅ぼしたという。
そうや、このお方が一生伝の北斗神拳唯一の伝承者ケンシロウ様だ。
やはり行くのか。レイ、一つだけ頼む。たとえ命をくれと言っても俺は拒まん。言ってくれ。友の言葉として聞こう。バッタとあの二人を頼む。連れて行かんのか。今度の敵はおそらく身内。北斗神拳同士の戦いになる。一子相伝の北斗神拳に身内が。俺3人の兄に北斗神拳の奥義を伝えられるのはただ一人。そのため兄弟の間に血で血を洗う多くの悲劇が起きてしまった。今度ばかりは生きて帰れるという保証はない。二人を頼む。死ぬな。
マンゴーさん、生きなされ。もう自分の幸せを考えなされ。
追ってあの人はケンはユリアさんの思い出があるからあえてシチューを皆さ
あのお方の名を言ってみろ。
Wow, Ray and Mamiya are really solidly on the Kenshiro train now. Especially kind of ticklish considering how close he and Ray came to getting to blows with each other. But I suppose restoring his sister's sight after rescuing her from her imprisoner, if I in fact just used a real word there. Let's smash this.
こいつの本当の名を知りたいか。こいつの名はジャギ。かつて兄と呼んだ男だ。
Jaggy, eh? And not only is he asshole Kenshiro in appearance, he's also another student of Hokuto Shinken. We could have quite a fight on our hands here. But in the meantime, we have villagers to rescue. Jackie's gang, apparently, is not terribly merciful to the local townsfolk.
貴様もあのお方を知らんのか？ふざけんな！
But of course we saw that in the cutscene, didn't we? Wait a minute, I can grab this? Well, that's neat. We can chuck statues of our impersonator around. I shall have to capitalize on this when a good opportunity presents itself. An opportunity like this one. Looks like our next villagers in peril are off to the south here. Or are we a little too late to help that one? He's really on the verge of death. Hopefully the villains will mostly focus on us now that we're in range. Alright, it was a narrow thing, but we seem to have saved that one just in the nick of time. This one's doing much better. I wonder why. If there's just some randomization to which villagers get attacked more, or just a quirk of the AI, or what the deal is. I truly don't know. The important thing is, this one's hanging in there. I have to admit, it amuses me a bit that some of the enemies yell Yahoo when you explode them, making it almost sound like a good time. Actually, being exploded can be a good time in the Hokuto-verse, but we'll be seeing that a little later. Actually, quite a bit later, I think. How do I get to the other side of this barrier here? Alright, let's don't remember. I'll just do a little exploring and see if I can't figure it out. In the meantime, we can smash up some more statues of our evil brother. Okay, duder, is there another way to go around here? Aha, there's our answer. I know in Ken's Rage 1 it was possible to smash vending machines for bottles of water, but in Ken's Rage 2 that doesn't seem to be the case. That's okay though, we'll get through. Also, we did finally lose a villager. Oh, we lost another one. I better get down to... Oh my goodness, we're down to 6! I am not going to get a good rating this time, I don't think. Yeah, it appears the only ones left alive are actually the 6 we already rescued. That's a bummer. But I honestly cannot imagine how you're expected to get through this part of the game fast enough to rescue all 10 of them. Man, Ken moves slow as molasses when he's hoisting one of these. Understandable, I suppose, because it's a big goddamn bust, but, you'd think Kenshiro, of all people, would be strong enough to motor with one of these balanced on his hand. That is a hell of a thing, by the way, hoisting one of these with one hand, with no particular handholds. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to throw this at just one dude. Okay, a few more coming in. There we go. It's been a while since we got off a good Zankai Ken on someone. Quite refreshing, really. And one good Hokuto Zankai Ken deserves another if I can actually catch this guy. Celebrated a little too early there, my friend. This should be the last cluster of Jagyu's soldiers. You know what? I finally got a decent cluster of dudes, might as well use one of these. Oh, shit! I meant to select the softness breaking slash there, instead I got the boulder splitting wave, our new super. I forgot all about that. C rank for 6 out of 10, that's not too bad.
貴様がジャギ様の弟ならば見ろ俺様の北斗神拳をジャギ様から奪い取った技とくと味わせてやるわ
Ooh, this commander does indeed seem to be a little bit above the cut of what we've been seeing lately.ジャギ様は弟の貴様に対する憎しみだけで生きている言ってくれたらジャガ
俺に対する憎しみだけか
貴様のその耳が弟に似ている
小僧わざと杖を出しやがったな
待ってくださいお兄ちゃんはまだ杖に慣れてないんです許してください
よしではお前の右足をくれそしたら許してやってもいいぜ
わかりましたそれで許してもらえるなら
お許しをこの子は今日まで兄の手足となり一生懸命生きてきたのです本当によくできた弟なんです
よくできた弟兄より優れた弟など存在しねえ来い己の無力さを思い知らせてやるわ
誰がこんなことを
ケンシロウ
奴はどこにジャギ貴様には地獄すら生ぬるいそんなに殺気立っていて 隠れても意味がないぞ。子供？
よくも弟を。お前なんか人間じゃない。弟を返せ。
かつての俺の甘さがこの幼い兄弟に悲劇をもたらしてしまったのか。
互いの飛行をよく狙え。弟にたかがケンシロウごときに俺様が負けるはずがない。かかったな、北斗千住殺。親父見たか、ケンシロウはまだまだひよっこだ。この腕では北斗神拳を継ぐことはできん。早く俺に決めたらどうだ。愚か者が自分の体をよく見てみるがいい。飛行の部分にあざが。もしケンシロウがその気だったら、お前の体はすでにただの肉塊になっている。お前も少しはケンシロウを見習うといい。親父、あんたはいつもそうだ。よく見てみろ、どちらが打撃を受けている。こいつに手加減などする余裕があるはずがない。この程度が実力だ。いいか、お前が俺に勝つことなどありえんのだ。ケンシロウ、なぜ負けを装った。兄だからな。だがそのお前の優しさはいずれ災いとなってお前に降りかかるだろう。
撃て。撃つがいい。
撃てー。
この痛み、必ずあの男に届けてやろう。
なんだてめえ、見えねえ顔だな。
ここがどこだか分かってんのか、こら。
知らん。ジャギのところへ案内しろ。
As for the boulder splitting wave, as you can see from the diagram up there in the corner, it's a forward-facing attack. Goes a little further than the Hyakuretsu can, but doesn't spread out as much. When you've got a line of enemies in front of you, it can be very effective indeed. As for that last cutscene, you can certainly increment the Hokuto no Ken is not gentle on the kids counter by 1. Also, it wasn't entirely clear in the animation, so if you weren't sure what was going on with those needles suddenly appearing in Ken's cheek, one of Jaggy's favorite tricks is to hide needles in his mouth so he can spit them into people's faces unexpectedly. I imagine this adaptation expected people to be fairly familiar with that already, so they didn't really make a great effort to show that Jaggy was spitting those needles in the animation. And we certainly see why Jaggy has a little bit of a complex about Ken. He doesn't think that younger brothers should be able to surpass their older brothers. And he's also apparently very resentful about Ken being the sole successor of Hokuto Shinken rather than himself. We've seen that he gets pissed off for people just having ears similar to Kenshiro's, so yes, he certainly is driven by his hatred. Oh, and that also chaining a kid to a huge block of stone and making him march through the desert thing just because he was a little brother. Can't forget that. That was a poorly timed taunt, my friend.
暴れてるのはてめえか。まだケンシロウ様に逆らう奴がいるとは。
This commander seems to be more of a generic club type than the last one we faced, who was really quite a bit nastier.
やっと現れおったが、この日の来ることをどれほど待ったことか。
早く死に場所を選べ。貴様は死ぬべき男だ。
来いケンシロウ。ここなら邪魔が入ることもない。これで心置きなく貴様を殺せるというわけだ。
どういう心境の変化？闇討ちが得意のお前。
貴様はあの時俺に勝ったとでも思っていたのか？あの時のことをよく思い出せ。兄者たちはなぜ何も言わん？ケンシロウに伝承者の座を奪われて口惜しくないのか？北斗神拳は一子相伝。伝承できるのはたった一人。俺は知っているぞ。伝承者争いに敗れた人間がどういう運命をたどるか。剣を封じられ名乗ることも許されん。そのためある者は剣を潰され、ある者は記憶を奪われた。俺は許さねえ、認めねえ。この剣を俺より劣る弟に潰されてたまるか。今ならまだ間に合う。親父に謝り伝承者を辞退してこい。なんだその目は。
なぜ含み針や銃を使う？どうして剣だけで戦おうとしない？
うるせえ。今日は強ければいいんだ。どんな手を使おうが勝てばいい。それが全てだ。
貴様、いい加減にしろ。
殺してやる。貴様さえ死ねば。あら？
北斗八門九段。行け。貴様に伝承者の資格はない。
バカめ。今が俺を殺す最後のチャンスだったのだ。それを逃した貴様の不運を思い知らせてやる。俺は貴様から受けたこの傷が痛むたびに貴様への憎悪を燃やし募らせて生きてきた。
そして俺をおびき寄せるためだけに俺の名を語り、多くの人々を犠牲にしてきたのだな。この矢が何かわかるか？お前は まだ年派のゆかぬ子供まで殺した。これにはその怒りと悲しみとが込められている。
ああ、あの時のガキのことだな。そんなクズどもの命などこの傷の痛みの引きではないわ。覚悟しろ。あの時は俺が足を滑らせたために運よく勝てたが、
まだ気づかない。あれは足が滑ったのではない。すでに飛行をつき足の自由を奪っていたのだ。
何？
だが今は貴様を生かしておいた俺の甘さを後悔している。その悔いをこの場で断つ。
これから貴様に生き地獄を味わわせてやる。なぜ俺がこのヘリポートを選んだと思う？俺にはガスという切り札があったのだ。死ねケンシロウ、この俺の顔より醜く焼けただれな。
Just missed the vital point shock opportunity there. So we've learned a few more things from that last cutscene. The fact that the Desert Kid is confirmed to be dead. Add another one to the tote board. And that Jaggy is a very dirty fighter who really only cares if he wins. Whatever means it takes to get there are more than fine with him. He's also doing a surprisingly good number on me.
進化、真のことだな。
Now that we're dealing with Jaggy directly, I suppose this is a good opportunity to say that he is a C ranker, and our very first character with a 0 in some stat, in his case looks. Even though Kenshiro spared him his life, that barrage of punches he inflicted on Jaggy didn't leave anything good happening under that helmet of his.
なぜ諦める必要がある？今の時代、ケンシロウでは生き抜いていくことはできん。となれば、ユリアは必ず誰かの手に落ちる。それでもいいのか？お前ほどの男が何を迷うことがある？奪い取れ！今は悪魔が微笑む時代なんだ。
貴様が真？
あの世で真と抱き合って泣くがいい。俺様は誰だ？名を言ってみろ。俺は北斗神拳の伝承者ジャギ様だ。バカがどうあがこうと貴様は助からんわ。
I'm starting to really wish they had left me a health up here somewhere. Also having a hard time building any meter because I keep having to spend it on dodges. This is actually going shockingly bad for me. I don't remember having much trouble with Jaggy in the past. And on the subject of Jaggy, which of course is going to be the subject while we're fighting him. Nope. Another thing to take advantage of a vital point shot there. I will keep that in mind. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he just keeps getting himself deeper and deeper onto Kenshiro's Shin list. Turns out he was the one that poisoned Shin against Kenshiro. Jaggy is in the Arc System Works Hokuto no Ken fighting game, and he is a low-tier character, but he has some of the more creative and amusing moves in the game. One of them is a move he can only use against Shin, where he talks Shin into going after Kenshiro. And another is, he tells... As I was saying, the other one is a move where he asks you to say his name when you have to actually enter a multiple-choice question in the middle of a fighting game round. Let's see if I can capitalize on this time. Oh, nope, dodged a little too early. A little more Jaggy trivia. The writer of Fist of the North Star, Bronson, whose name, by the way, is a pen name inspired by Charles Bronson, Bronson's favorite character is Jaggy, and Bronson has said that his favorite character is Jaggy because he thinks a little like Jaggy, which is kind of terrifying. Oh, nuts and milk. It was definitely hurting me to try and do commentary during that fight, but that was not a good showing by any stretch of the imagination. Let's do that again. The original voice actor in the anime for Kenshiro, Jaggy by contrast is his most hated character. Personally, I fall somewhere in the middle. Jaggy is thoroughly detestable, but he's also so goddamn nuts it's hard not to be entertained by him. In Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, the one that recently came out by the Yakuza team, Jaggy is portrayed by Majima's voice actor, which is just a perfect goddamn fit if you know anything about the Yakuza series. Oh, and I should mention Jaggy is also another character who got his own spin-off manga, titled Jaggy Gaiden Goku Aku no Hana, or Jaggy Side Story, Flower of Carnage. It explores how Jaggy came to be the person he is. It appears Jaggy was a particularly beloved son of their sensei and adoptive father Ryuken, And Jaggy wanted to train in Hokuto Shinken, but Ryuken always denied him because he didn't want to change their relationship from son and father to master and student. But Jaggy eventually wore him down, and entered the training for Hokuto Shinken along with Kenshiro and the others. However, when the nuclear war started, it really unhinged Jaggy's mind, and combined that with his resentment to the more talented Kenshiro, and the fact that his girlfriend was murdered in the aftermath of the nuclear war. And when Kenshiro disfigured him, things only got worse. But apparently he was quite a sweet kid. It makes Jaggy's story seem rather more tragic. But on the other hand, its canonicity is arguable. In fact, though nothing is stated for sure, it's hinted as being possible that the whole thing is just a dying hallucination on Jaggy's part, as he dies from Kenshiro's wounds. I don't think I'm spoiling anything to tell you Jaggy doesn't make it out of this okay.
そう胸椎の飛行溶岩をついた指で触れただけで貴様の全身に激痛が走るこれは幼い兄弟の分最後にこれは貴様によって全てを失った俺のこの俺の怒りだあと数秒で貴様の肉体は地上から消え失せ終わりだ
終わりだとバカめこれが貴様の地獄行きの旅の始まりだ貴様にはまだ二人兄がいることを忘れたか貴様の地獄が目に見えるわ
何あの二人が生きていたのかもし生きているなら俺は会わねばならん特に時あなたには
A respectable letter grade. By the way, Jaggy Gaiden is a manga that actually was fan-translated, so it's out there if you were interested in giving it a read. Well, we learned quite a few things there. Of course, Jaggy being the reason that Shin turned on Ken. Also, that Ken and Jaggy had two other adoptive brothers who were training with them, one of them being Toki. What do you want to bet we'll meet up with them down the road? We got a big pile of scrolls again. This one having a skill on it that I don't think is terrifically useful. And speaking of skills, that was a very ugly fight with Jaggy I just did. Not at all proud of my performance there, but at least it did confirm that the ability in this that increases your defense when you get low on health is still really good. You probably noticed that when my health started to dwindle, I was taking the hits a lot better. So I think that one's going to be staying on me as much as possible. Now we have to ditch some more scrolls again. I'm going to cut this. And that'll be a good opportunity for me to do the resync pause, so I'll see you on the other side of that. Alright, we're back, and we've learned the move that Kenshiro used on Jaggy to make his body hypersensitive. So we can definitely inflict some pretty nice pain with that. I didn't end up making any changes to my scroll loadout, by the way. Alright then, let's get back to business.
Ora, 今日までの命なんだ。なんだってやってやるぞ。
よりによってわしの店先で暴れよって。
ここにガソリンがある。食料と交換してくれ。
あんたいい度胸してるね。
あんたもだ。
しかしあの男が荒れるのも無理がないさ。なんせ奇跡の村の唯一の生き残りなんだからな。あれだけ村に救世主が降り立ってよ、病人に触れるだけで治しちまったんだ。あんた戻れ、殺されるぞ。
体が。あんたもあの男と同じ魔術が使えるのか。
奇跡の村のことを教えてくれ。
その村は歩けなくなったもの、病に侵された者が捨てられた、ただ死を待つだけの村だが、その村にあの男が舞い降りた。奇跡は起きた。あの男一人のために村は蘇った。その男の名は時と言った。
やはり生きていたか、
時だが、突然あの男は変わった。奴は俺たちをデクと呼び、まるで実験を楽しむように次々と。村は死に絶えた。
バカな。
この俺もデクだった。体を疲れ3日で死ぬと言われたんだ。助けてくれ。今日がその3日目なんだ。頼むわ。
あの時が。
私にはな、夢があるんだ、ケンシロウ。この世には病に悩む人間が何千何万といる。私は憲法家としてより北斗神拳を医学の一つとして生かしたいのだ。
兄さん、ありえない。あの時が殺人鬼に変身するなど。
あんたとにかく助かったよ。あっちの店で一杯おごらせてくれ。あれは時のデク狩り隊。まさかこの店でデク狩りを。
おいお前、強そうだな。俺たちと勝負してみねえか。好きなものをかけていいぞ。
ならば貴様らの命をかけてもらおう。
命をかけるだと大きく出るじゃないか。おい、この正真正銘のバカの始末は任せる。わしは別のデク候補を探すとしよう。
さあ来な、坊や。俺様の筋力は時様の秘術で数倍にアップしている。
So, Toki is often affectionately known among the Hokuto fandom as Kung Fu Jesus, because he's got the Jesus hair, and he's also a very compassionate individual who's mostly interested in performing so-called miracles and healing people. But apparently he's changed a little lately, performing sick experiments on people. Instead of Kung Fu Jesus, he seems to have turned into something like a Kung Fu Dr. Mengele.
ただのバカではなかったようだ。だが敏捷性はどうか。私は時様によって常人の数倍の敏捷性をする。
So, did Kenshiro have any brothers in training who didn't break bad? I'm sure we'll find out down the road. One more Yakuretsu Ken for the road.
相手を見て喧嘩を売るべきだった。俺の名はケンシロウ。時のところへ案内してもらおうか。
時様、奇跡の村の噂を聞きつけた旅の親子連れがいかがいたしましょう。
よかろう。通せ。
時様、この子が助かるのであれば私は何でもいたします。どうかあなたの手でこの子を。
わかった。そこに寝かせなさい。心配するな。あと3時間もすれば目を覚ます。久しぶりだな、ケンシロウ。
なぜ変わった時、なぜ子供を殺した。
そんな。
俺は変わらん。ただ時代が変わったのだ。時代が医学より暴力を必要としているだけのことだ。ケンシロウ、暴力はいいぞ。
お前は昔の時ではない。この技のキレは。
ケンシロウ、よくぞ成長したものだ。お前の体で北斗神拳究極の飛行を試させてもらうぞ。
時、何がお前を変えたのだ。
俺がこの村に着いた時、村に医薬品など何もなく、人々は死に絶えようとしていた。その様を見て俺は確信した。今こそ俺の秘術が生きる時だと。そして俺の力で村はよみがえった。だがほんの数日村を開けたその時、俺は 初めて怒りに我を忘れた。そして気がついた時に例えようもない悲しみが俺の胸を突き上げた。俺はこの時悟った。俺の夢など所詮たわごとに過ぎんことを。そして北斗神拳の本来の道はまさに殺人道であること。
許せん鬼め。
見ろケンシロウ、これが新しく発見した飛行激進行だ。無駄だ。激進行を封じる飛行はない。どうだケンシロウ、人体の神秘を知るには犠牲が必要なのだ。
その狂気に歪んだか。貴様は断じて時ではない。これか北斗の宿命か。邪気だけでなくもう一人の兄までも殺さねばならぬのか。
俺は貴様の師であり命の恩人だ。貴様の技など手に取るようにわかるわ。
Wow, when Toki went dark, he really went dark. Maybe not in as over-the-top way as Jaggy did, but he's pretty twisted. Toki, I should note, as to be expected from a candidate in Hokuto Shinken, is going to be the first character we're looking at with a AAA ranking. He's good at pretty much everything. In fact, Toki was considered to be the odds-on favorite for the Hokuto Shinken successorship until his health started to fail, which we'll be finding more about later. If he had been in the pink, he probably would have been the successor instead of Kenshiro. And with a AAA rank opponent staring us down, we could be in a lot of trouble. Also, reset the dead kid clock. Toki's definitely got some slick moves, just as one would expect from a would-be successor to Hokuto Shinken. Speaking of which, if what Jaggy said was accurate about students of Hokuto Shinken only being able to produce one successor, and everyone who didn't make it has to have their hands crushed or their memories erased, or both, why is it that Jaggy and Toki have been out practicing Hokuto Shinken without any apparent problem? Well, we will in fact get an answer to that eventually, but it's something to keep in mind. It looks like for this fight we will at least have a container with some food and one with some meter in the background. That's a luxury we weren't afforded with Jaggy, so it's very welcome this time.
Toki, 北斗神拳伝承者の名を背負い、今日まで生き抜いてきた俺の剣を受けるがいい。
俺を倒したければ女の体ごと俺を突き破るしかない。さあどうだ。
そこまで落ちたか。
飛行専用をついて貴様の体はびくとも動かん。動いてみろ。俺の手で北斗神拳はより強靭になり、より恐怖の剣となる。
ではどこの飛行から試してみるかな。
ケン、その男はお前の兄トキではない。その男の名はアミバ。かつて俺と同じ南都政権を学んだ男だ。
お前の言う通り、俺はアミバだ。
ではトキは一体。
トキか。この村で奴を襲った悲劇は本当だ。お前、ほとほと甘い男。まだまだ剣に戸惑いがあった。それが命取りになったな。
今度は北斗神拳に目をつけたか。お前の顔と一緒で一つに落ち着かん。
おざけ！誰も俺のことを分かっちゃいねえんだ。俺はどんな剣法でも誰よりも早く習得することができる天才だ。だが誰も認めん。誰も奥義を授けようとはせん。時も俺の天分を認めようとしなかった。
それで人体実験を繰り返し北斗神拳を極めようとしたのか。
もう一度言う。俺は天才だ。俺が身につけた北斗神拳の前にはその正当伝承者もこのざまだ。こびろこびろ。俺は天才だ。
バカめ、お前は知らんのか。北斗神拳の奥義は飛行封じというものがあるらしいぞ。
何？
北斗神拳の正当伝承者をお前ごときの偽神拳で倒せるものか。
もし本当の時が俺をついたら、いかに俺でも飛行を破ることはできる。
時と俺とでは差があるというのか。そんなわけはない。俺は天才だ。誰も俺には勝てん。
Well, thanks to Rei, we now know that Kenshiro had a training brother who didn't stray to the dark side. But Kenshiro is also not the only one who had a jealous and resentful impersonator. Amoeba here is a B rank with an impressive 4 in skills. Indeed, though Amoeba is not as much of a genius as he says he is, I don't know if anyone is as much of a genius as Amoeba says he is legitimately pretty brilliant.
Toki! どいつもこいつもトキ！なぜ奴を認めてこの俺を認めねえんだ。
なぜ時になりすました。
なぜだと？奴はこの俺様の顔を叩きやがったんだ。奇跡か。そのぐらいのこと俺にもできる。おお、足が悪いのか。どれ、俺が直してやろう。
ああ、いえ、私はもう時様に。
心配するな。俺は天才だ。俺に不可能はない。
その足を直す飛行はこれだ。あ？間違ったかな？どけ！ああ、俺の顔！天才の顔！もう大丈夫だ。貴様！この俺を誰だと思ってるんだ！死ぬぞ。誰かは知らぬが生病法は使わぬことだ。この老人の足が時間がかかる。
それでか。
時はただの殺人鬼、そして北斗神拳もただの殺人剣。もはや誰も疑わぬわ。
貴様は長く生きすぎた。
バカめ、凡人が俺に勝てるか。俺は天才だ。デクを使い、すでに新飛行のいくつかは究明している。見ろ！これがアミバ流北斗神拳。さて、どこのこうからついてやろうか。
To continue my previous thought, though Amoeba isn't as brilliant as he thinks he is, because really who is, he is legitimately pretty brilliant. In addition to his considerable Nanto skills, he dabbled in Hokuto Shinken, and though his methods were unethical to say the least, he did legitimately discover a number of new power points. Amoeba, like Heart, is also one of the more popular second-string villains among the Japanese Hokuto fandom. Probably due to his over-the-top, Jaggy-esque evil. Holy shit, that hurt. Get me some food. There's the stuff. So yeah, Amoeba's another of the characters who's a little bit of a self-contained in-joke. Damn, he does damage. And along the lines of the in-joke thing, in the anime, Amoeba appears in a number of backgrounds of various scenes that he has no connection to. In fact, he keeps appearing in backgrounds even after he's dead. Another bit of Amoeba trivia, even though in the manga it's a lot easier to see the resemblance than it is in the 3D model here, his appearance was based on the actor Christopher Lambert of Highlander and Mortal Kombat fame. There are a lot of characters in Fist of the North Star whose facial appearances and other characteristics were modeled after real-life people. And I'll be sure to keep you posted on those as they arise. In Ken's Rage 1, Amoeba is one of the most difficult boss fights by far. In this game, he's not quite as bad despite that ridiculous amount of damage he can do with some of his special techniques. Considering how many times I lost to Amoeba in Ken's Rage 1, it's really kind of amusing that I had so much more trouble with Jaggy this time.
Hokuto Shinken Ogi 残骸石保険
私が勝手に
飛行出現をついた。貴様の足は意志とは無関係に後ろに進む。地獄は自分の足で歩いていけ。
この先は確か俺が死んだ時の居場所がわからんぞ。
安心して落ちろ。貴様らに殺される時ではない。
なぜ俺がこんな目に。天才のこの俺がなぜ
And so ends the two Hokuto imposters. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Just one scroll for that section. Let's see, we'll want to get rid of our level 1s that isn't seeing any action. I think we have enough single life on the left ones. We'll take a quick look and see if there are any that are worth swapping out. Amoeba is annihilated. Is there anything that we can do with that tenacity thing to get that matched up with something else? I really want to keep those life up. Heaven knows I had a narrow enough brush with death with Jaggy, and not too much of a wider one with Amoeba there when he did that massive chunk of damage to me. I really don't want to lose life or defense at this point. But it really would be nice to get one of those level 2s put into the mix. Ah well, I'll keep things the same for the moment. Well, my friends, that pretty decisively concludes the Jaggy and Amoeba parts of the story. I do beg your pardon for the really ugly mud fight I had with Jaggy. I was kind of busy in my head trying to remember all my Jaggy facts while also trying to fight him. I really do prefer doing live commentary, but it has its drawbacks, especially with fairly reflex-demanding games like this. Anyway, the good news for Kenshiro and all that is that the real Toki did not turn evil, and presumably is still out there alive somewhere. I'm sure that, moving forward, a fresh priority is going to be for Kenshiro to track down old Kung Fu Jesus and do a little catching up on old times. But that is a story for another day. For now, we shall call it a day. As always, I thank you very much for watching, and whether you're partying, shepherding the kids, or just having a quiet one at home, I hope you have a lovely Halloween. Until next time, this is Un, signing off. Today's Hokuto Shinken costume party has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnight, Patrick Bellinger, Jarogue, Martin Schoenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, Electric Keat, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, Alex Beyer, Yuka Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, McCaffrey Crandall, Mystery Accent, and other genuine patrons. My genuine thanks to you all for your very kind support, and thanks always to all my subscribers, the ever-excellent commentariat, and everyone out there watching. Having you along makes running this channel so much more satisfying, and I am very grateful. Take care, everyone, have a great week, and a very happy Halloween.